the Book's founder, Adam Andrzejewski, tells One American News why he's a supporter of Senator Rand Paul's amendment requiring public disclosure of loyalty payments to federal workers. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
Adam Andrzejewski, founder and president of OpenTheBooks.com, is here with us with an endorsement of Senator Rand Paul's legislation to require public disclosure of royalty payments to federal workers. Adam, how could this be a game changer for public employees like, for instance, Dr. Anthony Fauci, who, of course, is one of the directors at the National Institute of Health?
Citizens need the ability to follow the money. And the third-party royalties is a hidden bucket. It's a massive hidden bucket of secret spending over at the National Institutes of Health. So let's just review this. In the fall of 2021, my organization at OpenTheBooks.com, we filed a Freedom of Information Act request for that database of third-party paid royalties. It was ignored by the NIH, and we sued them right away with Judicial Watch as our legal partner in federal court. We won that suit. We got 3,000 pages of line-by-line royalty payments spanning roughly a decade. Here's what we found in that production. That $325 million flowed from the industry, think pharmaceutical companies, enriching the agency, its leaders, and its scientists, including the then director of the National Institutes of Health, Francis Collins, and Tony Fauci. And so Rand Paul, everybody knows the third-party royalty situation because Rand Paul had Fauci in the hot seat in 2 U.S. Senate hearings in 2022 after we broke our findings, quizzing him on his royalties, and he refused to disclose the details.
What do we know about the kind of royalties he was getting? Was this for some research he had done, for speaking to pharmaceutical organizations? What do we know about the flow of money that he received and how he might have generated that?
So what we were able to figure out from the production on our lawsuit was the top line numbers only. $325 million flowed over roughly a decade. What we don't know is who paid the royalty. That's been redacted, the name of the third-party payer, incredibly. We don't know how much each individual scientist received. We do know, because we can count the recipient names, there was 2,407 scientists at NIH that received a royalty payment. We also don't know the patent number and license number on the invention, because that was also redacted. So Senator Paul's amendment, submitted a couple of days ago into the U.S. Senate committee, would require disclosure of all of that. It would open up the entire database to sunshine.
So it wouldn't be something which would prevent these sort of royalty payments. It would simply mandate disclosure, presumably real-time disclosure with details so that people can understand what's going here, where the income is coming from, and what perhaps this scientist or this government employee may have done to generate this income.
Right. Every single one of the third-party royalty payments is a potential conflict of interest. I mean, John, during the pandemic...
Which the public has a right to know about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, I think, most people started to feel that big government was very close to big pharma. And at NIH, the National Institutes of Health, according to the federal checkbook data we've aggregated at OpenTheBooks.com, they dole out $32 billion worth of grants to over 50,000 recipients every single year. That buys you a lot of friends, that buys you a lot of allies. Now we know, because of our federal lawsuit, coming back through the other door over a decade was hundreds of millions of dollars in third-party paid royalties. That is a potential unholy alliance. This is operated in the dark shadow, and what Senator Paul's trying to do is drag it out into the sunshine.
Adam Andrzejewski, president and founder of OpenTheBooks.com. Thank you for talking to us on One American News, sir.